What is the maximum possible health in the Calamity mod with it being pushed to the absolute limit? Well, let's find out. First, let's start upgrading our health to the max with life crystals, life fruits, blood orange, miracle fruit, elderberry, and dragon fruit. Go check out yesterday's video if you need help on getting these upgrades. Also, drink a life force potion for an additional 20% max health or 120 more HP. At base, we're at 720 HP, which is already very high, but let's take this a step further. Equip the Demon Shade breastplate for an additional 200 health. It is the highest health providing armor piece in the game by a long shot, with the next best thing being the Auric Tesla armor with a measly plus 100. However, we compare this with the Reaver helmet for an additional 50 health, since it's the only helmet in the game to give max health outside of set bonuses. There are no leg armors that give health, so feel free to put in whatever you want. This totals us to 970 health. Moving on to accessories, wear the Luminous Amulet, but make sure you're in the Abyss. This gives you a massive plus 25% or plus 150 max health, boosting it to 1120. Percentage-based accessories work on your base health before and independently of other equipment like armor, other accessories, or life force, so that 25% will work from our 600 base health pool. Next, use the Blood Pact for the same plus 25 or 150 boost independent of other gear. This totals us to 1270 health. Similarly, use the Chalice of the Blood God for a further 25% or 150 health boost independent of gear to get us to 1420. Next, use the Shattered Community or a maxed out Standard Community for a 10% or 60 increase to max health independent of gear to get to 1480. Now put on the Affliction for another 10% or 60 health boost to get to 1540. Then fly with the Fairy Wings for plus 60 max health, boosting it to 1600. Finally, equip the Radiance for a plus 70 health boost, totaling to a maximum of 1670. This is such an absurd amount of health that it's enough to tank a head hit from the Devourer of Gods on Master Mode and still survive. If you want to be technical, this is the actual max health. But if we consider shields, then all we have to do is swap out the Affliction for the Sponge to gain a 180 health barrier that is basically like health. If we make this change, then our max health would go to 1610, but we would have an additional 180 health shield, and if we combine the two, it would result in 1790 max health. So in case you are wondering how this came up, someone yesterday asked,